Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so for this part of the video, I'm going to be asking you comprehension questions. That's just how well you understood the story. For this part, you're going to need your pencil and paper or someone next to you to answer the questions too. And then we're going to be doing our word work. That's where we learn a vocabulary word of the day. Alrighty, let's get started with our questions. Question number 1. When you made your predictions in the beginning of this story about whether Harriet would win her freedom, were your predictions correct or incorrect, and why? Hmm. You can pause this at any time to write down your answers. My prediction was correct. I predicted that Harriet would win her freedom, but spoiler alert, I already knew that she did. So I predicted that she would win her freedom. And we know that because she is helping the other slaves escape, which means that she has already won her freedom and she has already escaped. 2. Why did Harriet Tubman decide to fight back rather than just accept her life as an enslaved person? Why do you think she decided to fight back instead of just accepting her life as an enslaved person? I'll give you 30 seconds, but if you need longer than that, please just pause the video. Maybe you wrote down some things like her life would be even worse if she just decided to stay and accept her life as an enslaved person rather than risking it to um, to try to win her freedom. That's why I think that she decided to fight back. All right, question number 3. How was she able to gain her freedom? How was she able to gain her freedom? Hmm. I'll put 30 seconds on the clock. Again, if you need longer, take it, write down your answers. So excited to hear what you guys are thinking. Alrighty, so how was she able to gain her freedom? Well, she escaped being an enslaved person and she moved north to Pennsylvania where slavery was illegal or against the law. So she escaped and she moved north, was how she was able to win her freedom. Alrighty, question number 4. For this first part, you can just shout out your answer. We'll write down our answers for the second part. Alrighty, was the Underground Railroad a real railroad? Shout it out. No, the Underground Railroad was not a real railroad. So this is the part I'm going to have you write down. What was the Underground Railroad? What was the Underground Railroad? Write it down. I'll give you 30 seconds on the clock. If you need longer, please pause the video. Take all the time that you need. I'll be here when you get back. Alrighty. So what was the Underground Railroad? Well, it was a route of secret routes from place to place to help enslaved people win their freedom and escape slavery. We call it the Underground Railroad because it was all done in secret, usually in the nighttime. Part 2 of that question is, who were the conductors of the Underground Railroad? And who were the passengers? So who was the conductor and who were the passengers of the Underground Railroad? Again, I'll wait for 30 seconds, but take all the time you need. Alrighty. Okay, so conductors of the railroad, the Underground Railroad, were people that were guiding the enslaved people and they were helping them along the route. So they were guiding them, protecting them, watching out for the slave catchers, and showing them the way. The passengers, they're not really on a train, but they were the enslaved people that were following the route, trying to escape slavery and win their freedom. I hope you wrote those down. If you didn't, no worries, write it down now. All right. What are some adjectives? If you don't know the word adjective, is a describing word like funny or silly or tall or pretty. All of those are adjectives. So, what are some adjectives that the author used to describe Harriet Tubman? Now, if you don't remember the words that the author used, you can go back and watch our first video where I'm reading this story to find out. I'll give you 30 seconds, but pause it and watch the other video if you need to look back. What are some adjectives, describing words, that the author used to describe Harriet? All right. So, some describing words that the author used to describe her were rebellious, strong, famous, and what other one did they give me? Brave. Absolutely. I agree that she showed a lot of bravery because she was risking herself every time that she helped somebody else. But she showed a lot of bravery and teamwork by helping other enslaved people win their freedom. Okay, so that's all the questions I have for you today. I hope that you comprehended or understood a lot of our story. And if you didn't, feel free to go back and watch again. That's the beautiful thing about having this on video is that you get to watch me over and over again. All right, I'm just kidding. Okay, so our word work for today, our new vocabulary word is rebellious. So the author described that Harriet Tubman was rebellious, and that's why the plantation owner put her to work in the fields. So the plantation owner sensed that Minty was a bit rebellious. That's the sentence from the read aloud. I'm going to say the word and then I'm going to have you say it. Ready? Rebellious. Good job. If you are rebellious, you want to do your own things your own way and not be controlled by someone else's rules. If you are rebellious, you want to do things your own way and not be controlled by someone else's rules. Mary was considered rebellious because she stayed on the playground even after the teacher said that it was time to line up. Sounds rebellious. Have you ever felt like doing something your own way instead of listening to the rules? Try to use the word rebellious in a sentence now. When did you want to do your own thing your own way without listening to somebody else's rules? Either tell someone next to you and try to use the word rebellious in the sentence or write it down. Alrighty. Let's see. My dog Riley is very rebellious when he doesn't want to come in after going outside to use the bathroom. He is rebellious because he would rather stay outside and do his own thing and then instead of listening to us and coming back inside. Alrighty, that is the end of our word work. The next thing I'm going to do is explain what your assignment is that follows this video. So, we have been learning a lot about the Underground Railroad today. I want you to write 3 sentences telling me about the Underground Railroad. Some good ideas of things that you can write are: what is the Underground Railroad? Why did it get that name? Who are the conductor and who are the passengers? And how do you think people felt as they traveled on the Underground Railroad? All of those things, I give you 5 ideas of things that you can write about, but you only need to write me 3 sentences. So, again, that's 3 sentences about the Underground Railroad. All right, guys, I can't wait to hear your responses. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.